Explosions ripped through the valley as enemy units closed in, yet Maya Hawking never moved. Every shot hit a ghost she shouldn't have seen, and the truth behind her impossible accuracy was never meant to be found. Asterisk. Dawn crawled over the jagged ridges of Blackwater Canyon, dragging pale light across stone baked by decades of war. The wind hissed through narrow passes like a warning whispered too late. Captain Marcus Boyd led his small reconnaissance team deeper into the choke point boots, grinding against red dust, radios crackling with intermittent static. They had entered the canyon expecting a quick intel sweep. Instead, a silence far too heavy to trust settled over them. Maya Hawking walked in the rear, silent, unblinking, impossibly still. No one in the team truly understood her. They knew her record 0 misses in 12 years, perfect scores in impossible simulations, a mind rumored to see angles like other people see colors. But records didn't matter here, only survival did. Marcus checked the ridges again, scanning shadows carved into the stone. Something was wrong. The air tasted metallic, the silence felt staged, then the canyon erupted. Gunfire hammered the rocks from every direction. Bullets snapped past the team like shredding knives. Dust exploded upward in violent bursts. The radio drowned beneath the barrage of metal on stone. They had been surrounded, ambushed from all angles, boxed in with no elevation, no escape, no visibility. Marcus dove behind a fractured boulder. Ambush. Everyone down now. His team scrambled for cover, breath ragged, hands trembling as enemy fighters advanced with coordinated precision. Dozens of them, more appearing by the second. But where was Maya? Marcus scanned the canyon floor. No movement, no silhouette, nothing but chaos. A cold spike of fear stabbed through his chest. Had she been hit, taken, lost in the dust? Then crack, a single, impossibly clean gunshot echoed through the canyon. An enemy fighter dropped from a ridge Marcus hadn't even seen. The shot didn't come from above. It came from behind them, an angle that shouldn't have existed. Marcus shouted over the chaos. "Where the hell are you?" No answer. Only the wind and the metallic scream of RICOCHETS. Another shot. Another body on the western ridge, dead before hitting the ground. Marcus crawled forward, risking a peek. And then he saw her. Maya Hawking knelt on one knee, legs folded beneath her, the rifle balanced perfectly along her spine. She was absolutely motionless, no flinch, no recoil, no wasted breath. She fired again. Dust rose around an enemy's skull like a small sunburst. She didn't shift her weight. She didn't scan with her eyes. She aimed as if the canyon itself whispered where the next target would stand. A micro-hook rippled through Marcus' mind. How was Maya Hawking firing at enemies she could not see? The team fired wildly from their positions, but it was meaningless compared to her surgical precision. Each shot she fired landed with absolute certainty. "Maya," Marcus whispered into the radio, "we're pinned. They're pushing from both sides." Her voice returned like a calm blade sliding through noise. "Hold position, Captain. I have the angles." The canyon was a maze of broken stone and shifting shadows. Nothing about this battlefield was consistent, but Maya Hawking wasn't guessing. She was reading something none of them could perceive: the wind, the echoes, the dust vibrations. She was predicting behavior before it happened. Another micro-hook. Was Maya fighting the enemy or controlling them? A grenade rolled down the slope toward Marcus and Daniels, smoke trailing behind it like a comet. Marcus threw himself down, bracing for impact. Crack. The grenade detonated harmlessly meters away. Maya hadn't moved. She had timed a shot mid-roll. "Maya." Marcus exhaled. "You're unreal." "Still seated," she whispered. "They think they've trapped us." "They haven't." Her tone was colder than the canyon wind, and for the first time Marcus felt something unexpected. Not relief, not fear. Because Maya Hawking wasn't surviving the ambush. She was shaping it. And in the shifting dust, as more enemies crept into the kill zone, Marcus realized something far darker. Maya Hawking wasn't just fighting back. She had known this ambush was coming, and she hadn't told anyone. Asterisk. If you want more of the Maya Hawking sniper mystery, stay locked in. The next file digs into the betrayal hidden inside her orders, because the deeper these classified operations go, the darker the truth becomes. Asterisk. The air in Blackwater Canyon tasted like burnt metal, as if the rocks themselves remembered every war fought here. Gunfire echoed in jagged bursts as Marcus and the team tried to reposition, but each movement was a desperate crawl under a rain of bullets. The canyon offered nothing: no elevation, no cover worth trusting, no escape route. They were surrounded, pinned, exhausted, and yet Maya Hawking was still kneeling calmly in the open, firing with surgical precision. But something had shifted. Her breathing changed, slower, more measured, almost ritualistic. Marcus noticed it immediately. Maya wasn't just eliminating threats, she was searching, filtering, waiting for a specific pattern among the chaos. Microhook, who was she hunting? A distant echo cut through the gunfire. Not a shot, a whistle. 3 rising tones, 1 falling. Marcus froze. He had heard that signal before, years ago, when an allied unit was massacred by a man known only as Spectre. A ghost sniper, a myth wrapped in classified ink, a killer who vanished after operations and left no trace. Spectre used a whistle like that. Maya's eyes sharpened. Marcus whispered into the radio, "Maya, did you hear that?" "I did. That's Spectre's call," Marcus breathed. "But how would he be?" "He's here," she answered. Her tone wasn't shocked. It was certain, final, cold. Marcus felt something inside him tighten. "Where you knew?" Maya didn't respond. She fired a gankling shot, straight through the eye slit of a distant enemy mask. But Marcus had his answer. She knew. The recon mission was a cover. The ambush was not the mistake it seemed. Blackwater Canyon was the hunting ground, and the hunter wasn't. Maya alone, another microhook. Spectre wasn't just her rival. He was connected to her past. The enemy fire intensified. Smoke grenades hissed across the canyon floor, flooding the battlefield with thick, choking clouds. Shadows moved inside the haze, multiple fighters, advancing in staggered formation. Maya lowered her rifle slightly. "He's pushing them forward," she whispered, forcing angles, creating noise. "It's his pattern." Marcus blinked. "You've seen him do this." "Once," she said. "Never forgot." Her voice carried something new, too controlled, too heavy. Marcus realized this wasn't fear, it was memory. A shadow moved across the ridge. A silhouette too steady, too disciplined. Maya's eyes fixed on it with alarming intensity. "He's changed positions twice already," she murmured. "He's testing my rhythm." Marcus felt the meaning like a punch to his chest. Spectre wasn't trying to kill them, he was trying to provoke her. The smoke parted in the wind, revealing a faint glint of glass high on the ridge. A scope, a sniper's eye. A ghost watching the battlefield he'd engineered. Marcus hissed into the radio, "Maya, take the shot." "No, no." "Why?" "Because that isn't him," she whispered. "It's a decoy. He wants me to fire. He's reading me." Marcus's blood chilled. She wasn't just fighting an ambush. She was engaged in a sniper duel on a geometric battlefield. Each shot a line in an invisible chess game, and Spectre was the only opponent she had ever failed to kill. Microhook, why had Maya buried that truth from everyone? The team struggled to reposition, but every move only revealed more targets. Sweat dripped down Marcus's neck as bullets hammered stone around him. "Maya," he yelled, "we need extraction." "No extraction," she said calmly. "Command isn't sending anyone." "What? Since when?" "Since they approved Ghost File 77, Marcus's heart froze. Ghost File 77 wasn't a mission. It was an assassination order. "Spectre is mine," Maya said quietly. "I finished this today." Marcus stared at her, stunned. "So we were bait. You were the distraction," she corrected. "I need him exposed." Another shot echoed from the ridge, closer this time. Too accurate, too fast. He was closing in. Marcus grabbed his radio. "Maya, if Spectre kills any of us, he won't," she said, "because he wants one thing." "And what's that?" Maya exhaled through her teeth, steady, cold, resolute. "Me." The canyon fell into a suffocating silence, the kind that comes before a predator moves. Marcus pressed himself tighter against the boulder, breath sharp, eyes burning from dust and smoke. The temperature seemed to drop despite the harsh desert sun. The battlefield felt watched. Maya Hawking remained kneeling in the open, rifle steady, pulse unbroken. Every line of her body told Marcus one thing. She wasn't focusing on the ambush anymore. She was focusing on him. Spectre. Marcus had heard stories. A phantom marksman used by black-budget units. A ghost whose kills never appeared in official logs. A man who stalked opposing snipers, not for war, but for sport. Yet none of the stories hinted at this. Maya was the only sniper he had ever failed to erase. A memory flickered across her face, so sharp and fleeting Marcus barely caught it. Pain, recognition, history. Marcus whispered, "What did he do to you?" She didn't answer. Instead, she raised her rifle a fraction of a degree, not toward any visible enemy, but toward the angle of a shadow rising along the highest ridge. Not a figure, not a glint, just a change in the canyon's geometry. "He's repositioning," she murmured. "Clockwise drift. Same pattern he used in Helmand." Marcus stiffened. "You fought him there." "I survived him there," she corrected. Gunfire erupted as another wave of enemies advanced under Spectre's direction. Their movements matched the old Helmand incident reports, pushing the squad low, forcing predictable retreats, creating loud panic to mask sniper shifts. Maya's eyes remained cold, steady, locked in a distant past. He uses chaos like camouflage, she said. He hides inside their noise. Marcus swallowed. And you can still read him. I never forgot, she whispered. I studied his angles for 8 years. Microhook. Why would someone study the mind of the man who tried to kill them unless the story wasn't that simple? A bullet struck the rock inches above Marcus's head, showering him with red dust. Another followed, striking so close it left a burning groove along his helmet. Spectre wasn't trying to kill the team quickly, he was hurting them. Maya slowly turned her head. He's isolating me, she said. He wants me exposed. Marcus felt fury rise. Then you're not giving him what he wants. I already did, she answered. A loud whistle echoed again, those same 3 rising tones. One falling, the canyon practically vibrated around it. Spectre's message was clear. Come out, Maya. Finish what we started. Maya exhaled slowly. He's close, she murmured. Too close. Marcus grabbed her shoulder. You told Command about this mission? No, why the hell not? Because Command didn't authorize me, she said. I authorized myself. Marcus froze. You forged your orders. She nodded once. Ghost File 77 needed a sniper with a personal motive. Someone he wouldn't ignore. Someone he'd follow into a canyon. You used us as bait, Marcus whispered. No, she said. I used myself. You just walked into his hunting ground with me. Another microhook. But if Maya manipulated the mission, how many other secrets was she hiding? The canyon wind shifted. Maya's eyelids fluttered, not fear, but calculation. She slowly raised her rifle, adjusting for wind, dust, and echo delay. He's on the northeast ridge, she whispered, 40 yards from the shale outcrop. He's testing the distance. How do you know? Because I know his breathing. The statement hit Marcus harder than the gunfire. She knew his breathing. A relationship existed there. One Command never knew. One she never revealed. One carved into her bones long before this canyon. Then Maya whispered. Spectre wasn't just my target. Marcus leaned closer. Then what was he? Maya's voice dropped to a whisper so fragile it barely survived the wind. My instructor. Asterisk dust exploded inches from Maya's boots. Spectre had fired, but Maya didn't flinch, didn't blink, didn't breathe differently. She simply tilted her rifle upward, almost lazily. Marcus swallowed hard. Why aren't you moving? Because he wants movement, she whispered. He wants a reaction he can measure. Enemy fighters advanced again, pushing to the center of the canyon. Their formation tightened, their desperation now replaced by a strange, unnatural discipline. These fighters weren't following ordinary battlefield instinct. They were following Spectre's choreography. Maya tracked one fighter's erratic footwork. See the man on the right. He's intentionally stepping on loose shale. He's creating directional sound cues. Marcus frowned. So, they're his spotters. No, Maya said. They're his mirrors. He uses them to reflect the angles he can't see. Another microhook. Spectre wasn't just using tactics. He was using people as extensions of himself. A shot cracked overhead. This one came from a new direction, Westridge. Marcus cursed. He moved again. No, Maya corrected. He predicted I'd assumed that shot was meant to mislead. So he's ahead of me, she admitted. For now, Marcus saw the truth behind her eyes. This wasn't arrogance. It wasn't fear. It was the recognition of an opponent she'd once admired. Spectre had trained her when she was young, long before she joined official units, a program so buried in classified darkness that Command refused to acknowledge it even existed. An experimental school, a place where children were taught to see war the way mathematicians see equations. Spectre was the best, and Maya was his only surviving student. Marcus breathed. Why is he trying to kill you? Maya's jaw tightened. Because I walked away from training. From him. A bullet pinged off the stone by her knee. Marcus flinched. Maya didn't. He's warning me, she said. He wants me to take a higher position. He wants me climbing the ridge. Then don't. I have to. No, you don't. She finally turned and met his eyes. He taught me everything except how to run. Marcus exhaled a shaky breath. Maya rose slowly for the first time since the ambush began, standing tall and exposed on the canyon floor. Marcus grabbed her wrist. Maya, you leave cover. He'll test me, she said. And I'll test him, microhook. But testing Spectre meant entering a battlefield built for him alone. She took 3 steps into the open. Gunfire cut through the air, multiple shots, perfectly spaced. Maya didn't dodge. Every bullet missed her by inches. He's measuring distance, she whispered. Seeing if I've slowed. You've slowed. No, she said calmly. But he needs to know that. Marcus realized the horror. These weren't kill shots, they were calibration shots. Spectre wasn't trying to kill her, not yet. He was trying to read her. Enemy fighters formed a half circle, closing off the west side of the canyon. They weren't aiming at Maya, they were forcing her toward the north ridge. Exactly where Spectre wanted her. Maya scanned the ridge's geometry. He's setting conditions for the final shot. What final shot? The one he believes I can't counter. Marcus shook his head. This is insanity. You can't play his game. I already am, she said softly. I've been playing since I was 12. Her voice trembled not with fear, but with memory. He taught me to predict the unpredictable, to see movement before it happened. But he never taught me how to unlearn him. Unexpected microhook. What if the only way to beat Spectre was to stop being the sniper he created? Maya raised her rifle not toward the ridge, not toward the fighters, not even toward the decoy positions. She aimed at the canyon floor. What are you doing? Marcus shouted. Ending the pattern, she whispered. She fired. The bullet ricocheted off 3 stones, climbing the canyon wall like a steel echo, and struck a hidden reflective shard perched high on the ridge, a signal mirror, Spectre's real vantage point. A figure shifted in the shadows. He spoke for the first time, voice echoing like a ghost. Good, Maya, but you're still 3 moves behind. Spectre's voice drifted across the canyon like a memory resurrected in smoke. The team froze. Even the enemy fighters hesitated, as if hearing the ghost that commanded them. Maya's breathing steadied. Her grip tightened around the rifle, not in fear, but in something Marcus didn't expect. Resolve. Deep and ancient. Spectre stepped partly into the light at last, face masked, posture controlled, stance impossibly still. He held no rifle at the moment. He didn't need to. His presence itself was a weapon. Maya, he called again. You shouldn't have returned. I didn't return, she said. You followed. Spectre chuckled lightly. Still defiant, still predictable. He lifted a small device from his belt, a compact acoustic calibrator, the same model he used when training young snipers to understand sound. Geometry. The realization hit Marcus like a gut punch. He's shaping the canyon's acoustics, Marcus whispered. He's controlling echo signatures. Maya nodded without looking at him. He always did. Spectre turned the device's dial. A deep vibrating hum washed over the canyon. The wind shifted. Dust spiraled in controlled patterns. Even the echoes began bending. Marcus stared in disbelief. What is that? His advantage, Maya said. He's redesigning the acoustic map. Another microhook. Spectre wasn't reading the battlefield. He was rewriting it. Enemy fighters began moving again, but not randomly. Their footwork matched the hum's rhythm, their steps syncing with the shifting echoes, creating false trails, false angles, false targets. Spectre was building a labyrinth out of sound, Maya whispered. He's forcing me into the same training arena he built for us years ago. Marcus felt fury boil up. So this canyon, this whole ambush was his classroom? No, Maya said quietly. It's his exam. Spectre raised his voice. If you want me, Maya, come take the shot yourself. He stepped backward into a narrow slit in the ridge, a place only reachable by climbing an exposed shale wall, an approach so suicidal Marcus immediately grabbed her arm. No. Absolutely not. That's a death climb. It always was, Maya said softly. She began walking toward the wall. Marcus blocked her path. If you climb, he'll pin you. He wants elevation advantage. Yes, Maya said, because he knows I need it to reach him. Then don't give him exactly what he wants. She paused, finally letting something emotional crack through her calm. He killed my father. Marcus' silence, even the wind seemed to still. Marcus whispered. I thought you said he trained me, she said. But he killed the man who trained him. And when I left his program, he swore one day he'd finish what he started. Another hook. Spectre didn't just create Maya. He murdered the man who made her who she became. The canyon trembled with another hum. Spectre was recalibrating again. Maya took a slow breath. I need to end him. For my father, and for every life he's ended since. Marcus stepped aside reluctantly, painfully. He knew he couldn't stop her. Not here, not now. Maya approached. The shale wall, each step measured, deliberate, almost ceremonial. Spectre watched from above, his silhouette unmoving, his patience endless. You taught her everything, Marcus muttered, but you didn't teach her what she'd become without you. Maya placed her rifle behind her back and began climbing, silent, swift, lethal.